Hi guys, in today's video I want to talk all about saving and budgeting and planning to buy luxury goods. Excuse my bright lipstick, I'm going out a little later, and if you know anything about Kat Von D Roxy, it's very hard to apply, so I'm not going to take it off, but I don't think you guys will mind too much. So yeah, it was requested that I do a video about how I save up and basically plan for luxury goods. And the first thing I want to start off by saying is that I am a big planner, a big budgeter. I don't ever just go to the mall and, oh, I like that Gucci in the window, I want it. Like, that never happened. I'm the type of person, and it's so weird and I'm not sure why, but when I make a really large purchase, I like making it online because in my mind it's like, I don't know, but I almost don't feel like I'm actually spending as much money as if I were to make it in store. I don't know the psychology behind that, but that's my thought process. So because of that, I'm not an impulse buyer, and I think that helps a lot. So basically, I keep a list in my phone of all the things that I want to purchase, whether it's planning for a trip or having to buy clothes or budgeting and saving or saving for a bag. So if I want to buy a new handbag by my birthday in June, I'll basically figure out how much it's going to cost and then divide it up monthly, and then every month I'll just set some money to the side so that by June I have the money and it's not like a hard hit on my bank account. So that's kind of how I buy everything. Like, the Sephora sale is coming up in April, I believe, and I've already made my list and I have my budget and I have my plan of how I'm going to save to fund that haul that you guys will get. So yeah, that's my first tip, is that I really plan and budget so that I'm not just like, oh my goodness, I want something and it's $500 and now that's half of my money or something. So that's kind of what I do. The second thing is that I use outside money to pay for my luxury goods. So I don't use my salary to buy any of the luxury goods I want unless it's something that's under like $200 or so. My thinking is that I like having multiple streams of income so that it allows me the flexibility to do what I want, whether that's save, invest, go shopping, go on vacations. I don't know, but in my mind, I like using my salary for my needs and not my wants. So my second tip is that I have multiple streams of income. So for instance, YouTube is one of my sources of income. Every month I get a check from YouTube, and more often than not, I am using that check to fund my purchases. So I think 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago, I got a new Louis Vuitton shawl, which you guys will see next month, and I saved money that I got from Christmas and I used my YouTube check and I was able to purchase that scarf. So when you guys see me buying things, it's like excess money. It's not like money that's taking away from bills or necessities, things like that. So that is one of my biggest tips. If you want the luxury to be able to buy luxury goods or go on vacations, in my mind, I would say have multiple streams of income. It just makes it easier for me because then I know how much money I'm getting paid every time I get paid through my job, and I know that all that money can be dedicated towards the needs, the necessities, like bills or having to buy groceries, things like that. So because luxury goods are not something that you need, I wouldn't really feel right using my salary to pay for things all the time, because it's like, this is money that you need to live. So that is my second tip. I use multiple streams of income. The third tip is going to be that I cut down a lot on unnecessary spending. If you guys watched my channel last year, you will know that I went on a minimalism journey, and honestly, you guys, that was the best thing that I could have done financially to set me up to where I am now. So I think that was last year, and that was also during the time when I was looking for a job, so I didn't have tons of money to spend, so it kind of went well with my my goals and my lifestyle at that point. And in that minimalism journey, I cut back on unnecessary spending. So minimalism can mean something different to everybody, but for me, it means being able to say no to things. So I love shopping. I love buying. I probably like spending money overall, but minimalism to me is being able to be okay with saying, you know what, I don't need that lipstick because I have 20 lipsticks at home. Or yes, that's a nice thing that I would want, but I don't really need it. So minimalism really helped change my thinking. And while now that I'm in a better place financially, I'm not going to say I don't spend money, because clearly you can see on my channel I do, but I think I'm smarter about it. So this kind of goes into my fourth tip, but it's also about minimalism. So a lot of people go to Target, and if you're a woman like me, you love strolling through the aisles at Target. It's just something about Target. It just feels therapeutic. It's usually quiet and peaceful, and you can literally stroll through any department, at least I can, and just find things you want, and then you're inclined to grab them and put them in your basket. And I was finding myself, before I started my minimalism journey, going to Target just because I was bored or I wanted to get out of the house, and I was spending $60 here, $80 there, $40 here. And honestly, all of those things really add up. Like if you use any finance apps or any banking apps that really analyze your spending habits, or, you know, take a look at what habits you tend to spend more in, and you're one of those people who is a frequent Target shopper, you will see that, you know, just browsing in stores, you spend a lot of money. So I think that's like my fourth tip. By this point, I've kind of lost track, but I really look at my budget and I look at my needs versus want. I don't spend as much money at Starbucks every week. There was a time when I was going to Starbucks every day. I was going to Target twice a week, or at least once a week, and I know I was spending in excess of like $100 a week just on crap. And in my mind, it's like, that's money you could be saving. That's money you could be using to fund a bag, to go on a vacation, to have more flexibility within your budget overall. So that's a really big tip for me, is that I cut back on unnecessary spending. One of my coworkers wanted to go to the mall last week, and I was just like, I can't do it. Like, unless I have a purpose to be in the mall, I cannot go to the mall, because I like spending money and I like shopping. And I know if I go to the mall and I don't have a clear intent, I'm going to spend money that I don't need to spend. And to me, that's money that could be used to buy a bag. So that's one thing I also look at, which is really important to me, because I can literally go to Target and spend $100 on like random things that I'm not really gonna use, but they're cute. So yeah. Another tip is that I try not to be too involved with what others are buying, like consumerism. I know here on YouTube we love to watch hauls, or on Instagram we love to see what people are sharing, and I used to see all that and think, oh, I need it also. But now I'm able to just say, oh, that's a great deal that person got, or that's a lovely item, and not feel like I need to run out and buy it. You guys, I don't know what it is. Every time I film a video, I get congested. I'm sorry about that. So yeah, that's another tip. I have been able to separate seeing what others get and my need to or want to go out and get it also, and just be content with what I have. So those are basically my biggest tips for buying luxury goods, aside from purchasing pre-loved and yeah, all that stuff. But like I said, the biggest thing for me is using other sources of income and budgeting. I think that that's very important. I budget for everything, like I said, vacations, shopping, anything incidental I budget for, and that really helps me. Just like Christmas, you know, in my mind, it's like I can spread Christmas gifts for others out over 3 months and have it not take a hard hit on my income just in December. So I think really it's about planning and budgeting and finding ways or items that you can cut back on, finding categories that you can cut back on. I think a lot of people probably spend more money than they think if they're not really intentful in planning their budget and actually budgeting for things like incidentals and not just going to Target and spending $100. But if you like to go to Target and spend $100, by all means do that. I'm just saying, cutting back on those type of things has enabled me to put aside money to buy bags and have more flexibility with my budget. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any more comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.